Have you ever felt as if you've been here before, but in another place and time? Ever felt like this was just one more time on the carousel of life, round and round yet again? Well, what if you're right? What if this isn't your first time on this planet? The idea that consciousness transcends a single lifetime has persisted across millennia. It has appeared in ancient scriptures, mystical traditions, and more recently, theoretical physics. Reincarnation is the belief that the soul undergoes multiple incarnations. It offers a compelling framework for understanding human suffering, innate talents, and unexplained memories. By examining spiritual doctrines, metaphysical theories, medical case studies, and quantum hypotheses, we can explore the possibility that we have lived before and may live again. Furthermore, if past lives exist, how can we access their wisdom? And what signs suggest a past self is reaching out? This video explores reincarnation from metaphysical, spiritual, medical, and quantum physics perspectives. It examines ancient traditions that have embraced this belief, discusses methods to access wisdom from previous lifetimes, and identifies signs that may indicate connections to past lives. Many of the world's oldest traditions assert that life is cyclical, not linear. Hinduism and Buddhism teach the concept of samsara, also known as the wheel of rebirth. Samsara states that the soul reincarnates until it achieves liberation, which is also called moksha or nirvana. The Bhagavad Gita states, as a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, abandoning the old and useless. Past life memories are documented in Tibetan Buddhism, where lamas are identified as reincarnations of previous masters. Reincarnation was pondered in ancient Egypt. The Egyptian Book of the Dead describes the soul's journey through multiple existences, judged by Ma'at or cosmic justice in the void before rebirth takes place. Ancient Greek philosophy had opinions on whether the soul has multiple lifetimes. Pythagoras and Plato taught that souls transmigrate. Plato's myth of in The Republic recounts a soldier who remembers his past lives. You will also find talk of reincarnation in ancient Celtic traditions. Druidic beliefs included the transmigration of souls, with the idea that souls would inhabit new bodies, reflecting a cyclical view of life and death. Reincarnation also has a place in indigenous traditions. Among the Inuit of the Arctic regions, reincarnation beliefs are deeply integrated into their cultural practices. It is customary to name newborns after recently deceased relatives, reflecting the conviction that the soul of the departed returns within the new life. This practice underscores a profound connection between generations, emphasizing the cyclical nature of existence. Similarly, the Tlingit people of the Pacific Northwest uphold the belief that individuals can be reborn within their clan. They observe signs such as birthmarks or behavioral traits as indicators of a soul's return, reinforcing communal bonds and ancestral continuity. In the southwestern United States, the Hopi envision a spiritual journey after death, culminating in the possibility of reincarnation. They believe that after traversing the afterlife, souls may return to the world, continuing their spiritual development. Anthropological research has documented these beliefs extensively. For instance, the work Reincarnation Beliefs of North American Indians, Soul Journey, Metamorphosis, and Near-Death Experience offers a comprehensive examination of reincarnation narratives across various tribes, highlighting both shared themes and unique interpretations. Reincarnation is a significant element in many African traditions. In Yoruba cosmology, reincarnation is encapsulated in the term Atunwai, signifying the soul's return to the physical realm. A prevalent belief, known as Ipadawai or ancestors' rebirth, posits that ancestors reincarnate within their own family lineages. Newborns are often identified as returning ancestors based on physical resemblances, birthmarks, or behavioral traits. Names such as Babatunda, which means father returns, and Yatunde, which means mother returns, reflect this belief. These beliefs underscore the Yoruba's perception of life's cyclical nature and the enduring bond between the living and the departed. The Igbo people hold a similar belief in reincarnation. It is termed Inuwa or Ilawa, meaning to come back to the world. It is believed that ancestors return to their families, and newborns may exhibit physical or behavioral traits reminiscent of their predecessors. The identification of a reincarnated ancestor often involves observing birthmarks or consulting oracles. In the Sera religion of Senegal and the Gambia, the immortality of the soul and reincarnation are fundamental beliefs. The Sera people believe that after death, the soul seeks acceptance by the ancestral spirits or Pangul. These traditions suggest that across many years, in many different continents and countries, and with many different types of people, reincarnation was not merely myth, but an accepted cosmic law. Modern metaphysics and quantum theory offer intriguing parallels to ancient ideas. Metaphysics embraces the idea that consciousness is eternal energy. This theory posits that consciousness is non-local, existing beyond the brain. If consciousness is energy that cannot be destroyed, only transformed, it may recycle into new forms. In quantum physics, particles remain connected across space and time. Some theorists, such as Dr. Robert Lanza in his book Biocentrism, argue that consciousness shapes reality, implying that linear time may be an illusion, making past and future lives simultaneous. In metaphysics, there is a belief in the existence of the Akashic records. This references a cosmic library known as the Akasha. It's a place storing the experiences of all souls. In quantum physics, the holographic universe theory mirrors this, suggesting information is eternally preserved in the fabric of space-time. Reincarnation has also factored into published accounts involving near-death experiences. Many who have survived near-death experiences describe life reviews or encounters with past incarnations, hinting at continuity of consciousness. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence supporting reincarnation comes from documented cases where birthmarks or congenital defects correspond to fatal injuries from a past life. These cases, meticulously researched by scientists like Dr. Ian Stevenson at the University of Virginia and Dr. Jim Tucker, suggest that physical traces of past life trauma can carry over into new incarnations. Dr. Ian Stevenson spent over 40 years studying more than 2,500 cases of children who spontaneously recalled past lives, many with birthmarks or deformities matching wounds from their alleged previous deaths. His work, published in books like Where Reincarnation and Biology Intersect, reveals startling consistencies. First, the children had birthmarks corresponding to fatal wounds. Many had pigmented or depressed birthmarks in the exact locations where they claimed to have been shot, stabbed, or otherwise killed in a past life. The children also had congenital defects matching past injuries. Some were born with missing limbs, malformed fingers, or unusual skull depressions that aligned with remembered past life trauma. There were cases that withstood medical verification. In some, Stevenson tracked down autopsy reports or death certificates of the deceased person the child claimed to be, and found that the wounds matched the birthmarks. Why would past life injuries leave physical marks? Various theories attempt to explain this phenomenon. The first concerns a soul attachment to trauma. If consciousness survives death, the intensity of a violent death may imprint on the soul's energy field, affecting the next physical body. The second involves Rupert Sheldrake's theory of morphic resonance. This theory posits that the memory of past wounds may carry over through morphic fields, influencing biological development. A third theory involves karmic imprints. Some spiritual traditions suggest that unresolved karma from a past life can manifest physically in the next incarnation. Not every birthmark is a past life wound, but these clues suggest a possible connection. First, there may be unexplained, precise marks, such as a small round mark where a bullet would enter. Next, there may be recurring pain in the same spot with no medical cause. There may also be phobias linked to the injury. And there may be verifiable details from the child's memories matching historical records. Subtle clues may indicate a past life presence. These 4 signs indicate that a past self may be trying to reach you across the void. The first sign involves unexplained phobias or affinities. For example, a fear of water with no trauma may trace to drowning in a past life. An innate talent for a language never studied could hint at prior mastery. The second sign concerns recurring symbols or dreams. You may have images of specific eras, such as medieval battles or ancient temples, that feel intensely personal. Sign number 3 involves past life flashbacks. You may uncover sudden, vivid memories triggered by smells, sounds, or locations. The fourth sign has to do with karmic relationships. You may meet someone you feel an instant, inexplicable bond or conflict with. This may reflect unfinished past life business. Sign number 5 involves body memories. You may have unexplained pain or birthmarks correlating to past life injuries, as documented in the reincarnation cases we discussed earlier. If past lives influence our present, how can we retrieve their lessons? Here are some tips that will help you access valuable insights and skills that may have been yours in past incarnations. Tip number 1 is to tap the power of meditation and hypnosis. Past life regression therapy, pioneered by Dr. Brian Weiss, uses hypnosis to access subconscious memories. Meditation, particularly with the intention of soul exploration, can also reveal fragments. Tip number 2 is to pay attention to your dreams. Vivid, repetitive dreams of unfamiliar places or eras may be past life echoes. Lucid dreaming can facilitate intentional exploration. Tip number 3 is to watch for synchronicities and déjà vu. Unexplained familiarity with certain skills, cultures, or historical events may signal past life knowledge resurfacing. Tip number 4 is to heed childhood memories. Children often recall detailed past lives, as documented by Dr. Ian Stevenson's research. Finally, tip number 5 is to invest in energy work. Practices like Qigong or Reiki may unlock cellular or karmic memory stored in the body. From the Vedas to quantum theory, the evidence for reincarnation weaves a tantalizing narrative. Consciousness is eternal, and each life is a classroom for the soul. By exploring past lives, we reclaim lost wisdom, resolve karmic burdens, and align with our deeper purpose. Whether through meditation, dreams, or unexplained callings, the past may be closer than we think, whispering lessons to those willing to listen. As Rumi said, "You are not a drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in a drop." If time is non-linear, then perhaps past lives are not behind us. Instead, perhaps those lives and their enduring memories are within us, waiting to be remembered. Thank you for watching. If this content resonates with you, please consider hitting the like button. Subscribe for more insight designed to elevate your path.